Ooh, okay. Mask required. Okay. Let's put on our mask. Oh, this is great. I was stuck for so long, and then I just randomly noticed this. What is this about? Okay, I cannot interact with this at all, it seems. Ooh, I'm gonna have to read up in the journal what this is about. Oh! Okay, there's the symbol of that Aida there. Oh, we need to put that in, right? Now, oh, not these ones, the inventory one. Presumably, this is not charged yet, so is it not going to do anything? Oh no, it does stuff. Okay. What did that do? That was the secret type of portal, wasn't it? Oh, that is active there now. That spot, where there was nothing before. Okay, I have to go back there. Okay. Well, yeah, I can take my mask off now. Alright. Okay, that's good. That gives me yet another thing to do. Man, I was planning on quitting playing here in just a second, but now I don't want to. I now have 2 things that I can do, which is way more than 0 that I had like 5 minutes ago. Come on. So there was a thing here, right? Which one was it? Was it under this? No, it's not any of these. Was there a thing here for that? Hold on, system information. No. Portal activity, that's just a list of portals. Here, chamber status, no. It was not any of these, right? Emails, cameras. Actually, okay, there wasn't a thing here about those. I thought there was. Never mind. I thought there was a thing about the microphones. But I am nonetheless glad that I came back here because I found a new thing anyway. So, you know, it was a good decision anyway. It was worthwhile. I need to poke around this whole lab again, honestly, but I don't want to do that right now because I've just unlocked this thing at the Scarlatti Towers and a new path to go. So I will come back here when I feel like it. You know, keep that in mind as a place that is, you know, rich for exploration still. Because apparently I was not thorough there, despite how thorough I was with the rest of the mines. Okay. Back to Scarlatti. Okay. Elevators should be receiving power now. Let's just check on this computer system over here that that is indeed the case. Okay, the light's still yellow, but we might just need to click something in here. Okay, so this is inactive. Successful transmission of Levandi's crystal frequency received. awaiting activation for levitation power status, but successful transmission to elevator. Data received from signal tower / arrival sector. Okay. So there's still something wrong with levitation power. This is on. We turned it on. Oh, do we need to just press this button? Hold on. Ah, good. I think that's done it, yeah? This light's still yellow. I was expecting it to turn green. Levitation elevator is now activated. Okay. And that's active. Okay, nothing left on this computer screen then. Alright. So the levitation system is on. Are we going to harvest some paitas? Is that what we're doing now? Let me save my game. I've made significant enough progress that I should save. Okay. This still doesn't work. Go figure. What about this one over here? You know, just when you think you've turned everything on. This one works. Why that required a microphone signal, I still don't know. But we are here, up top. Are we going to find the camera power system here? What is this? Computer system, explain. Neyyah case access code provided by Grey Mountain Systems. Oh. Right, there's a whole thing to do with this where there are numbers that we have to like multiply by other numbers. So I think this is asking for green, right? That's the third one that we have. It's 320.93. Ah, yeah, okay. Let's try it. Now, is there a thing where we have to multiply this by other numbers? Because I remember it being the case. Green, I believe, was multiplied by 2. So we might have to multiply this number by 2. 320.93. We'll try it basic first, and then we'll try multiplying. Oh, no, it works just like that. Okay. Okay, Theta. It was asking for the green Theta, so there it is. It's my only green one left, so I don't even have to look at it again, right? Now, what does this pertain to? That is the symbol of a fuse. Oh. Heater server is active. Current activation, walkway light system. Oh, there. This device sends live data to the heater server camera system, located on the camera sector. To the heater server camera system, located on camera sector. Okay. I know where that walkway that it's showing is, but I don't know why I want some lights there. What does this do? Oh. What's that done for me? Yeah, that's what that did. Oh, it changed it to the crystal pulse. Do I want the walkway light system on, or do I want the crystal pulse? I am not sure. This is something where I'm probably going to have to review the journals to find somebody talking about this. Let me actually look at my notes here. I have so many notes, right? Is there anything about this? Okay, I'm going to cross out my note that the cutoff Y symbols are floor numbers, because they're definitely not. The floor numbers are just in my journal. Maybe this affects something back in the Harbor Watchtower. Because that system, that walkway there, is kind of connected to that tower. Maybe changing this will affect that tower somehow. There still is that contraption in there that raises the gate and then it just immediately lowers. I'm assuming I can make that, actually do something useful. And that system is connected to this one. But yeah, I still don't quite understand. I have a feeling I'm going to have to review this on the Benoxy computer system again to truly get the relevance of this. Why I would want to do this. I'm very interested at the end of this game to just go through my notes and just, list out all the ones that actually turn out to be relevant and which ones are just kind of, there because there is so much writing in general. Because I feel like any of the ones that I didn't use at all could probably be cut from the game. Like there's details in my notes, like that the watchtower needs Goler crafts, or that cat blood fuels portals, like the cats using their blood to keep the Leflomian portal alive. That I have not, at least so far, has not been relevant information for me at all. And I cannot imagine that last point ever becoming a puzzle element, honestly. Nor is it that particularly relevant to the story of this game, I feel. Of course, I might eat my words there. Maybe it'll be the most relevant thing in, just a little bit. Okay, we can go up into this tower. Neyyah zone elevator. Ocean portal is running at full speed. Access to the Neyyah Point A destination is currently close. Do it. Activate the elevator. We can deactivate this again, which is interesting, because usually when we've just done the right thing, the game does not let us deactivate. So that strongly implies there is a reason to deactivate. I don't even recognize this. I don't remember where this is. So maybe, I'll encounter it and realize why I want it inactive. We will see. I'm gonna have to remember whenever I encounter that elevator. Actually, okay, hold on. Is that part of the plan to trap Smallocks? Because if so, I might actually want this inactive. I'm going to leave this inactive until I can figure out what this is. Because my concern is this is located in proximity to the building where Smallduck gets trapped, and that if this is active, it'll ruin their plan. So let's leave that. When I encounter something that looks like that, I will come back here and turn it on. Ah, this is the camera power system. Okay, that's locked. Okay. This one. The code for the red Neyyah. 584. 0.34. Okay. And then that Neyyah. Oops. Okay, yeah, it lets me put it in. This one. Okay, now we can get in here. Okay. Camera power system. Status. Cameras installed. Crane cameras equals 10. Crystal block mech cameras equals 2. This is almost certainly going to give me the solution for those crystal blocks. Probably I'm going to look at it through the camera and it's going to show the position it's meant to be in. And I already know, yeah, that's through the computer system that I see those. Okay. Those are just, and again, yeah, it doesn't let me deactivate these. So very suspicious about that elevator that I can deactivate it. There's probably going to be a reason I want it to be inactive, so I'm just going to leave it. Which honestly kind of feels like a giveaway. You know, I obviously get... I am a programmer, like I program stuff, so I get why games do this. It's just so much easier to keep track of the state of things when you are only allowed to turn it on and then never turn it off again. That just makes it so much easier to program this. But I kind of wish there were more things that I could turn on and off. Oh, is that this elevator? It's this elevator. This elevator is the one that I can power on and off. Okay, you know what? Let me try that then. 1 second. Whoops. Okay. Let me turn that on. Okay, turn that on. Because it's right here. So I can just try it right now. Man, this is giving me so many new avenues to pursue. After wandering around with, like, nothing for so long. Okay. I've saved recently, so if this ends up being a regrettable decision, I can just load my save. Because I don't feel prepared for this whatsoever. I don't know what I have to do before riding this elevator. Again, it's constantly a thing in this game where it's like, one of the characters might have mentioned something I have to do before doing this, but I don't remember. It might have been so long ago that it had zero relevance to me then. So, you know. Where is this going to bring me? The Neyyah zone. Okay, so we just rode an elevator through a portal and ended up here. Where's this? Where are we right now? It's definitely not the same place as the place with that beautiful sunset, even though it feels very similar. Neyyah positions. Point A, Neyyah zone. Point B, heater chamber. Neyyah Platinum System number 1. That rings a bell. That was in the Banoff's computer system. There was a dedicated screen to that. It was not in the main computer system. The Neyyah plant grows spores which have become a crucial component in the growth and protection of our community. They are grown here at the Neyyah zone before being collected at the Neyyah heater chamber, which has replaced the old heaters still present at the Neyyah zone. The Neyyah, which cradles the Neyyah plant, provides nutrients, enabling the most efficient spore growth. Spore delivery. On Neyyah Site 28, spores are collected at the Neyyah heater chamber and sent to the spore docks, where a spore pump delivery portal system is constructed, ready to send spores to Oluche. While the Shiryuki portal technology is still in use for the chute system set up at Neyyah heater chamber, an old railcart system once used for the delivery of Heitas is in the process of being closed down permanently, along with the Shiryuki portal that the cart still runs through. Yes, okay, so I think that's what's next to the Harbor Watchtower, right? This portal, I believe, is next to the Harbor Watchtower, and the rail cart goes to it, but the levers there are kind of locked in place, so they can't go through. I think this is going to be relevant for the spore docks then, right? Whatever this is, I think this is going to give us an inventory item. No, not this key? It's not this key. It wouldn't be the dome key. We've used the Scarliti key, it's disappeared from our inventory. Huh, okay, so we need a new key for this. Yeah, we can't access this. Alright, so at some point we'll get a new key for that. Well, I don't see any reason to turn this elevator off, so I will leave it on. Even though it is suspicious that it can be turned off. I cannot see how that would interfere with any, sort of plan, though, to leave that on. So I will leave that on. When it becomes apparent why I should turn it off, then I'll turn it off. Or perhaps, once I'm done in that area and I've gotten the key and accessed that whole thing, then I will turn it off. Okay. So, Velotron machine. We have to go back there. We opened up a portal there. That's the obvious thing to do. Let's do that. I also kind of feel like I should go back to the Banox computer system to review what's there. But for now, yeah, so we turn these things here. And I'm not quite sure why we want to have done that. We have another option of turning on a lighting system for the walkway. And I don't know why that would be helpful either. So, these are here. Clearly they are on, but I do not know to what end, unfortunately. We still have to find these Tron decounts. That's kind of what I'm hoping for out of that area. I'm hoping for some way to get Tron decounts. I still haven't figured that out. Okay, that portal is this way. I have to go through the whole rigmarole of switching the doors and stuff to get there. Yeah, this process again. Oh, actually, it's already switched that way. Okay. Open. Oh wait, no, this is not the spot. Hold on. No. I'm getting confused. It was not this rail that goes there. It's the rock, right, it's the rock down on the beach. Okay, swap it to the other door then. I still needed to come this way, so not a massive waste of my time. Okay, there's something over here. We activated a portal here. This is the building, yeah, the old factory guard tower. This is the building that Thamir transported. So this is his top secret location. I bet we're gonna find those reading glasses there. I didn't even think of this as a distant, faraway place at first, but it's just now I've just now realized this is distant and far away. This is the most distant, faraway place that is here. This has got to be where I find those reading glasses, right? Surely it is. Binoculars. Okay. Nothing of real note to see through those binoculars. There was something about binoculars somewhere on some computer thing. Yeah, I'll review that later. Now I know this or what that's for. Even this is gated with the key. Is this going to be that same spare key? It sure is. Alright. I feel like there would be no possible way to get here without having discovered that key. But, you know, I guess best to, you know, take precaution. I just got an achievement. Stared down. An ancient beast looks into your soul. I suppose these are the 4 rulers? Is that what is being depicted there? And I guess this is the... or maybe not. I'm guessing this is the Eopolite in the background. I'm more certain about that. Rulers. I don't know about the rulers. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we learned these bar heights here. This does not tell me the colors. But, I mean, we only have 2. Okay. Well, this is important information. I'm still somehow managing to do this on just 1 sheet of paper. So, the mountains, we're gonna say, so this is a small, this is all the way up, and then this is like midway. And then we have portal symbol. I know exactly what puzzle this is for. Maybe the cameras give us the colors. Although there's only 2, so, you know, what does it really matter? I guess it does sort of matter because, you know, maybe something is not going to happen right away. Maybe they just have to be in the correct positions for later something to happen. So maybe it does matter. Mayorta gas system portal activation code ×4. Red, blue, green, yellow. I have that order written down already. And then, what is this? Like a sun? Like a kind of a cropped out sun or grass? Or crystal? I'm not sure what this symbol is. I'll write it down next to the PSFs because that contains the order. Okay. Classified program. Sensor tablet active. Active sensors 0. Inactive sensors 4. Activation available. Is this finally going to explain what those random screws lying around are for? Ooh! Yeah. Sun position, location, temperature. Okay, so these correspond to the Volk Towers. We've seen the Volk Towers, right? This was something that was said in one of those scrolls. It said that the Volk Towers record the sun position, location, temperature of each thing. And this symbol we've seen, it's like the cropped off Y. That symbol, I believe, yeah, it was in the... No, it's not in the mines. That one's backwards from this. Okay. Oh boy, I can feel this being a big puzzle already. Okay, this is starting to come together a little bit. Just a little bit. Let me write this down. So, I'm specifically writing the Volk cabinet components on the bottom there. So, sun pause, sun position. And this diagram has the sun kind of over here. Location, which I'm just going to write as loc, because that's programmer core. I'm going to put that there. And then temp. It's like, it's 2 of the numbers, actually, I think. Oh, wait. Hold on, no. This is telling me what these things are. So, I mean, I will jot this down in its, unaltered form. But no, it's telling me. So, location. Okay, I know that this symbol backwards is the mines, and that the up-down, the arrow pointing up is Scarlidi Towers. So this is one of either Falitsu Islands, or, what was the other location we could go? Minerva Point. It's one of those two, but I don't know which. I didn't note down what number. And I can solve that by process of elimination. Probably I can go to Minerva Point, and because it's such a small area, I'll find that number around somewhere. So yeah, that corresponds to either Falitsu Islands or Minerva Point, one of the two. And then temperature, what are these numbers? That number is, on the left is 2, and on the right is 3. I believe that is 23. 23 degrees? So I'll write that as 23 degrees above this. And then location I haven't figured out just because I've only written down the symbols for mines and towers. And it's neither of those. So it's either Falitsu Islands or it's Minerva Point. And then sun position is just given to us. It's on the right hand side, kind of in the in this specific spot, in this this third 3 out of 4 position, right? Third quarter. Okay, let's turn this on. Okay, these are now active. Presumably, now I can go to each location that had these. I've been calling them screws, but the screws are Volk cabinet sensors. That's what I've figured out now. Those are active now. So now I can go to those locations and press those buttons, and it's probably going to ask me for this information. Alright. Okay. Now, the screw in the secret office, I believe, was this one. I drew it upside down, but this is the screw in the secret office. That's why this is not lit up, because that screw is just kind of laying around. So it was not installed anywhere. That's why this is not lit up, right? The other ones are... Or am I wrong here? Hold on. No, this is... The second one here is the screw in the secret office. Which one is this one? This one is the one in Minerva Point. It's not turned on. Yeah, the one in Minerva Point is an upwards pointing one. I saw it on the back side of a thing. It was attached to like a panel. It was installed. So I'm not sure why that is off. Okay. Ooh. Orange Paida or shielded Paida? Yeah. Ooh, important reading glasses. Translator glasses. Yes, I finally have them. Holy moly, it took forever to get those. I thought I was going to unlock those way earlier. Okay. Let me get salt. Taliva. If you have come across this note, I need to inform you that I have hidden a journal of mine inside the Neyyah console here at this office. You can retrieve it once the Neyyah is successfully lowered, and the process to trap Smolix in the bunker can begin. My thoughts, my idea, my work. I have concluded a lot of things in this new journal, but most importantly, it contains vital information required to trap Smolix. If for some reason you are left in a position to take on this task, you must read it before proceeding, Damir. Okay. That seems important enough to be worth an underline. So, one of the very last steps that we're going to do is lower the Neyyah. So I'm going to write down lowered Neyyah. Which I still am not sure quite how to do, but lowered Neyyah. And then what was this place? Like the old factory guard tower, old factory journal, we'll call it. Because presumably I'm going to have to read that to not get a bad ending. It's going to reveal some very, specific step that I wouldn't have even thought of to do. Okay. I'm not sure what to do with these glasses anymore. I am. While I'm satisfied with the refined plasma within the lenses, now translating Galahanti words much quicker, I fear Smolix will only dismiss the glasses completely. A way to teach new workers coming to Neyyah, of course, Nayishka Site 28, of course, yeah, about the old Fijaltan ways? I question my efforts to bring awareness to the old Fijaltan constellation number system too. The contraption at Minerva Point in the old Pelska Watchtower still needs some work to the inputs, but these glasses, maybe Nyluka would like them. Bold of you to assume that I would not have seen that by now. How would I have ever... Is it possible for a player to make it to this location without having seen that? I guess it must be, but it's crazy to me that that's possible. Okay, there's something we can do to activate the binoculars. We did look through them, but presumably they can look even further than they currently do. And we need Neyyah activation required. We have seen this. It's in the Scarlidi Towers. I think it is. This is in the Scarlidi Towers and we couldn't use it. Let's leave that for now. Okay. Yeah, jammed. That makes sense. That computer is just not on. What's this? Oh. Okay.
Mia, my love. How's Neyyah? It's a beautiful morning here in Casalt. The lake is all glistening. When all this is over, no more work. I'm taking you swimming. Naluka? What did we say about climbing on the roof? He's looking for Veltray lizards again. Everyone's acting weird now the lithium dose has changed. Now, before you ask, don't worry. I ate the gafunkai mushroom and only the white parts. Naluka? Not so high! Anyway, I think you're right about the mushroom reducing the lithium dose's potency. Snorlax has the Ologarians in the palm of his hand. Do you know what he's calling the return to Bragnarian? The joining of the Great Lands. He's keeping the people subdued, Vimir, fooled by lies of Galithium protection. Someone should destroy the Lithlomian portal before Snorlax brainwashes everyone, including Naluka. I will not let him ruin our son. Sorry, gotta go. Sorry about that. Someone fell off the roof. And he's fine. He wants to make an orange paella, just like you. I told him I'd send you his sketches. So cute. Last time I went up to the Neyyah pools, I noticed some weak connections in the sensors you set up down there. If the sensors can't detect the Zypher fish, you will be stranded on Neyyah with no way back to Olajay. Don't let your hard work and sacrifice come to nothing. You can never be too careful, my love. I know you don't like me to worry, but you just get so absent-minded when you're stressed. Leaving doors open, putting toad cheese in the storage shed. So yeah, I'm worried. I know your work is important, but we need you too.
Okay. Yeah, it's his family. Feels a little bit like a bit of a personal invasion to be watching, but even more notes, go figure. The diverter tower at the harbor zone has been fixed. Mason did a wonderful job. To transfer to the binoculars here on the old factory guard tower, the symbols needed to lower the Neyyah now transfer much faster and appear clearer than ever before. Okay. That's still irrelevant for me, so I'm not paying much attention to that. The Spore Docks. Snorlax talks about ridding the place of the old railcard system, shutting down the Shiryuki portal. So far, it's nothing but words, no action. Too afraid to come back here with all of Orion's vines creeping around the place. Besides, that Shiryuki portal still comes in handy for the Neyyah activation console. I've also decided to hide the correct colors needed for the crystal block mechanisms at the Spore Docks, in case Mason requires to use the machines themselves to get the Neyyah lowered to the heater chambers. The console should suffice. So that's where it's hidden. I know where that is. The Spore Docks are through the portal that normally goes to Minerva Point. I can only interact with one thing there. It's that machine where we can put a fungi, like a mushroom. We're meant to put a mushroom something or other there. Apparently, that gets the Neyyah lowered. So that's going to be one of the last steps, because once we've lowered the Neyyah, we need to come back here to read the old factory journal. Okay? I don't know what this is showing. On, off, on. Off. I don't know where this machine is. I've not seen this machine. Or if I have, I don't remember it. I do know what these things on the left are, but I don't know what this is trying to convey to me. Why are these arrows crisscrossed over this? Don't they both need to be on? Or is this saying that one of them needs to be on and the other off? I'm not sure. Oh. Falitsu Island. 6. VT. Oh. That's the code for the Velotron machine. V and T are letters. 6 is the one number there. And Falitsu Island is the symbol. I'm gonna write this down verbatim. So, Falitsu, number 6, and then VT. I know exactly what this is for, and I know how to enter it. Except I don't know the symbol for Falitsu Island. There's only one of 2 that it could be. Okay. Anything else here? That feels like it was particularly fruitful. And tells me a lot of information, actually. Okay. There's still something to do with these. I'm going to activate these somehow so they can actually zoom. But I'm going to leave that. I don't really quite understand it yet. Yeah, I definitely feel in this game like there is not a chance that Smallbox would have figured this system out. Not a chance. Like, in Riven, it feels like a bit of a... It feels like a little bit of a stretch, maybe, that Yen would have never figured out the secrets that were being hidden from him. This, I absolutely 100% believe that Smallbox would not have a chance of figuring this out. Not even slightly. Oh, we can actually read these now. Okay. I should test out my thing on these. So these, I assume, are the rulers, right? Of the land? Hold on, no, not the Paida case. I only have 3 of those left, by the way. Jeez. Belika. Or Beloka. So these are names of people. Glasses. Gelatron. Oh, hold on. I need to use it on this screen. Nope, this screen. The creation of the underground rail system. Ah, that's meant to be depicted. Okay. Cheruz's destruction of the Velotron Temple Bridge. There are so many things I want to translate with this. The Shrok. Okay, yeah, these are just names. I think I've seen all these names, in fact, already. Palace. Oh man, just having the translator glasses. Actually, I shouldn't have left that area because there were all those pictures on the wall. I might as well do those while I'm there, right? Hold on. And then I think I will leave off today with a very clear idea of things I can do next time around. I got a bit stuck here for a bit today. But now I have effectively unjammed myself and, have managed to find just like 10 new things to do. It was just the security doors. My insistence on the idea that it made no sense for the security doors to be locked with their serial number, which I stand by, is really dumb. Is what prevented me from progressing in the game. Velotron Island. That's this island, is it? The harvesting of the Neyyah. Something about this place just makes me smile. The music and the way that these are just kind of lit up. I do really love this place. Even though I think this game has way too much reading. You know, that's my biggest criticism of it. It is truly beautiful. The deliverance of the Neyyah. Yeah, even though I do criticize this game for having too much text, I am having a fun time. And to be clear, I do have puzzle game standards. Like the creation of the Neyyah. Like, there was a puzzle game series called Schism. It was by like a studio called Italian, and just like a few years ago, like I want to say like 2020-ish, they released a new Schism sequel. I mean, there already was a sequel. It was Schism 2 Chameleon, but that's like from the 2000s. I'm talking like a new sequel, like a modern one, just like a few years ago in like Unity Engine. So I bought that and played that game, and at some point I just got bored of it and stopped playing it, which should tell you a lot about what I think about that game. So like I do have a point where I consider a puzzle game to not really be a good game that I would actually recommend. This is well above that bar. This is like, this game, despite all the problems of just having way too much to read, this is the cleansing of the Neyyah, by the way, I'm still motivated to finish this game. I definitely want to finish this. I'm having a good time. You can see from my videos that I am. But yeah, so I do have puzzle game standards. There was a YouTuber, his name was Andrew something. I don't remember what his last name was. But Schism was like his main puzzle game series of interest. But he did like YouTube videos about, he reviewed like various puzzle games on his channel. And I actually downloaded one of them locally to watch it. And then he just deleted all of them. So I may have the last copy of that video in existence, but I'm not going to re-upload it, because he said that the reason he deleted it is because, I believe, if I remember correctly, they had videos of his face in them. And he decided he did not want pictures of himself on the internet, which I respect. So I'm not going to re-upload it, and do not go emailing me asking me to re-upload them, re-upload the video I have, because I'm not going to. I respect that decision. You know, it's his privacy choice. But it's really unfortunate, because I felt that he had some really interesting insights and opinions on these games, and I would be curious to hear what his opinion on this game is. And it's too bad that he doesn't seem to feel that way. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. I don't need to actually translate this sign up here, because I already know what it says. This is the one sign in the game that I do not have to, or two signs. I already translated these two signs. So I don't need to translate these. I already know what these signs say. I'm kind of getting the impression I should have made it to that old factory a lot earlier, because of how many signs there have been around that use that text format that I'm now going to have to check. Like, I'm already thinking of going back to the Glorfiak mines and reading the signs there, even though I know they're not going to be actionable. I've already done everything that I can there. But in any case, I now have a lot of stuff on my plate to do for the next time that I record a video of this game, and I'm pretty satisfied with how much progress I've made today. So, I am going to call it here, and I will continue this next time. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.